I'm doing entertainment, pop culture, things like that. This here's from the Washington Free Beacon from the last day in December, the 31st, 2022. And it's a very, very, very pro Johnny article. They say Johnny is the man of the year for 2022. I think they're correct and probably the man of the decade, I'd say. Let's see what they got. A man can only take so much turd from his ex wife. Professional actress and succubus Amber Heard simply could not let her ex husband go. Several months after their 2017 divorce was finalized, Heard hounded her former husband, movie star Johnny Depp, with wild accusations of abuse, culminating in a vicious op ed published in the Washington Post. In it, she intimated years of emotional, physical, and psychological abuse by Depp in an attempt to reinvigorate her acting career through the vessel of the Me Too movement. These allegations cost Depp millions in lost earnings and severed his relationship with Disney, the studio home to his blockbuster Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Fed up, Depp sued Heard for defamation in a case that would become the trial of 2022, and really the trial of the decade, I'd say. Fueled with gallons of red wine and mountains of the Palm's world famous chicken, Parmesan, Johnny turned the tables on his accuser. He hired the hottest trial lawyer he could find, superstar Camille Vasquez, and holed up in a legal war room at the Ritz-Carlton to plot their scorched earth legal strategy. The trial exposed several instances of vicious physical and psychological abuse Heard thrust upon Depp. Vasquez also masterfully revealed the fiction of Heard's claim that she contributed the proceeds of their divorce settlement to charity. Yeah, I haven't seen the word Parmesan written in a very long time, maybe 20 years or something, because they just don't have it in Japan. But I think that's what that was. Okay, let's keep going. And I love Italian food, by the way. Heard's defense strategy mystified most legal observers. In feeble attempts to paint Depp in an unflattering light, Heard and her attorneys accused Johnny of being a drug abuser, an alcoholic, financially reckless, and being friends with Keith Richards. And a couple of other people like Marilyn Manson, who was also looking like he's going to prove his innocence too. In short, their plan was to accuse world renowned degenerate Johnny Depp of being Johnny Depp. Yeah, well said. Basically, they accused Johnny of being Johnny. They accused Johnny of things everyone already knew, and Johnny and his legal team pretty much said that from the get go. Initially, the jury seemed to believe that Depp was in fact scumbag enough that he could be guilty of abuse. But Depp's attorneys were prepared. To win over a jury, the art of persuasion is key. Often it requires a change of pre existing perceptions by bringing new stuff to light. In this trial's coup de grace, that is exactly what the Depp team did. They brought new turd to life. They used the SHIT word. I don't like to curse so much. Well, I love to curse, but not like on platforms that don't like it so much. Let's keep going. Many people believe the myth that beautiful women do not, in fact, poop. Amber Heard is undoubtedly a beautiful woman, let's just say was at one point in her prime. Johnny's legal team knew there were likely several jurors who shared this preconceived notion. They needed to change perceptions. Vasquez did just that when, in a legal masterstroke, she presented the jury with photographic proof of a substantial pile of turd matter laid upon Depp and Heard's bed. Proof, Vasquez claimed, that not only does Amber Heard poop, but that Amber Heard does so with malice. Not the kind of malice that comes from the morning after a chili dog and dark beer bender. Okay, thank you for that. But willful, vengeful malice. And they say that could be considered a war crime. All right, they're getting a little too much into this. But they also say that Heard blamed the dogs and no one bought it. And we know that, like I said, pretty pro Johnny here. And they say that the jury knew that it was Amber and not the dog. Okay, so I gotta be straight here. This is the title of the article, in fact 2022 Man of the Year, Johnny Depp. But it's not actually a report on an official award or something like that. So call it an opinion piece, which they should have put up their opinion. But you know what? It's a good opinion, one I agree with, and I'm sure you agree with. Let me know what you think down below. Doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here and you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.